So, I've been seeing a lot of talk about the Alliance and Horde unifying into one faction after what happened in the Saving Bane cinematic where Jaina and Thrall sort of agreed to work together once again, and I think people are blowing this way out of proportion. There's been so much talk about a third faction, and it's only amped up since the start of the expansion, and we're talking about orcs questing in Elwyn, humans using the Orgrimmar auction house, and it's a mess. The community is up in arms about it, and it's a complete mess over the topic because, just like the Alliance and the Horde, there's two sides to the story. There are those who are for the breakdown of the Alliance and Horde, and there are those who believe Warcraft isn't Warcraft without the Alliance and Horde. Let me make something very clear to everyone watching this video. The Alliance, the Horde, they are not going anywhere. The game franchise began with orcs versus humans, and it will end with orcs versus humans. It is just the way the world works. The game, both mechanically and story-wise, it needs them. It cannot function without them. But that doesn't mean we won't see a sort of breakdown. Not the one people want, but a different, more tame breakdown. Call me crazy, but both sides of the argument can be right. And so let me give you a real-life example of what I mean by this. At the end of World War II, when Imperial Japan, Nazi Germany, and Fascist Italy lay defeated and peace was signed, the Allies came up with a solution to ensure there would not be another world war. They created the United Nations, a third-party entity. I'm going to read you the definition, or the small summary of the UN from Wikipedia, because it was the first source I looked at, and it reads, "The United Nations, the UN, is an intergovernmental organization tasked with maintaining international peace and security, developing friendly relations among nations, achieving international cooperation, and being a center for harmonizing the actions of nations. It was established after World War II with the aim of preventing future wars and succeeded the ineffective League of Nations." A United Nations in WoW is exactly what the factions need going forward. Just like in our world, the factions who fought, well, our factions, they have a barrier between them, and a barrier that does not promote peace. The current Alliance and Horde barrier is as followed. No trade, no open borders, no communication, no envoys, no ambassadors, no trust, and the ideology of them versus us, orcs versus humans. That has been the policy between the two since Warcraft 1. Warcraft 1 is literally named after that. And they do not like each other, and that type of barrier ensures they will kill each other again and again. That is why, if there were to be any breakdown, it would be the breakdown of the barrier that separates the two, and replacing it with a more secure, informative, and peaceful resolution. The United Nations is just that for our world. It's the best you can get with how bloated the two factions have become. There is no way they can disband the two respectively. It would cause so many issues, and truthfully, I'd really like to see a post-Blood War world where not everyone wants to cooperate with the other side in this new inter-faction entity, because it would make for such an interesting dynamic. But what do you think? I know there are those who won't agree with me, and there are those who will accept it, and those who will hate it because Blizzard made it. But either way, I'd love to hear all your questions, comments, and concerns regarding this video, WoW or its lore, in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.